spotlight pose from yoga session yesterday, which is spinal balance. We're going to start with ourselves nice and lined up so our shoulder is directly over our wrist and our hip is directly over our knee. So we're nice and lined up. One of the main things we want to make sure is that our back is nice and flat. So we're keeping a nice flat back by pulling our abs in nice and tight. From here, we're going to take our left leg and push that directly back to the back wall. And our right fingertips are going to reach to the opposite wall. Now, as soon as we kind of get a handle on what we're doing so we don't have to be looking at the instructor or the video or whatever it might be, we want to have our head and neck in a nice neutral alignment. So we're looking down at our mat, staying nice and strong and flexed. Now, some common things that people will tend to do with this one is if we aren't keeping our abs in nice and tight, we can tend to sag down here in our lower back, so we can kind of get that positioning where we're a little bit too hyperextended and our foot goes up a little bit too high. If I pull my abs in and strengthen along my back, you can see how that just kind of flattens me out right there, makes me nice and strong. You also notice that my foot is flexed and my toes are pointed down to the floor, making sure that my hamstrings and glutes are engaged. And that's another thing that people forget to keep, is that flexion on the foot. And we do a lot of times a flow with this one where we bring our knee to our elbow and we come back to our starting point. A common mistake with this one is pushing up as we come back instead of coming back to that nice, strong, neutral position. So if we bring our knee to elbow, we press directly back out. We also want to make sure that that hip rotation stays directly down toward the floor, rather than bringing our toes out to the side and letting that hip pop up. So, taking it to the other side, our right foot's going to press back, directly back to the back wall. Left fingertips reach forward, nice and strong, pulling our abs or belly button into our spine. And then when we flow, we just bring it strong together on an exhale. Inhale, press back out. Exhale, bring it together. Inhale.